Hi everybody, welcome to the official first cooking video of this channel. Today we're actually cooking puri and vegetable curry, which famously is called Puri Tarkari in Nepalese. And this is actually a famous dish back in Nepal. I actually really wanted to start off with some Nepalese cuisine, and here we are. This actually is a recipe, not exactly a recipe, but this is something my mom used to cook at home, and last night I actually called her and asked how exactly did you make it, and I've got some ideas from her and we're actually starting it now. Alright, be with us, let's start. We are starting with boiling our potatoes. I've actually already set up my pot for boiling potatoes. They're being boiled already. I've actually peeled the potatoes first and then set that for boil. So after this we'll actually be starting with our puri and vegetable curry. I'm starting my spices for the curry first, and then I'll show you how my potatoes went. And my potatoes are still being boiled, they're not ready yet. So I've weighed my spices. This is turmeric powder, curry powder, coriander, cumin powder. I'm using crushed chilies instead of chili powder, and some cloves. I've actually got 500 grams of wholemeal spelt flour. That's a wholemeal wheat flour. And I've got some oil here, and I've got water. So I'll actually be mixing everything together and show you my dough. So I'm actually using some carom seeds for extra flavor. Just some, not a lot. After that, I'll actually be adding some oil in it, little bit, slowly. And after that's done, I'll actually be mixing this properly and starting to pour water slowly. And we'll actually have to keep mixing the dough for about 5 to 10 minutes. And by then our potatoes should be ready. And let's keep going how we finish it off. So our dough is almost ready, and I just checked our potatoes are also almost ready. So after I finish this dough, I'll actually cover this with a damp cloth so that it rests for a while. And then I'll take my potatoes out of the pot and then start slicing my onions and tomatoes and other stuffs for the vegetable curry. So have a look at my dough. This is how it's been. So I'll let it rest for a while. And now start off with our vegetable. So I've got my dough resting here, and I'm starting with my vegetable curry. I'll actually be slicing everything here first, and then sweat up the onions first, make a tomato base with my sliced onions, and then we'll be adding our soaked peas in there. And this is my potatoes, which I actually peeled and boiled. We'll actually be crushing these into the curry. And let's start slicing onions first. I'm actually trying to make something authentic. Let's start off with something authentic Nepalese cuisine. And tomatoes, garlic and ginger is ready. Potatoes ready. This is going to be crushed into the pot, and my soaked peas are ready. I've actually set the pot. The pot is being warmed up. After that, I'll actually add some oil in it and sweat my onions and tomatoes, everything off, and we'll make a tomato base. Alright, onions, garlic and ginger are in, and I've got some cloves in as well, so that my spice actually gets cooked first. And we'll let this sweat off. We'll add some salt in it. I don't really like the way I actually use the salt. I like to use my bare hands for the salt, but that's okay. So when this gets sweated off, we'll actually add some tomatoes in it, and then rest of our spices here. Everything will go in, and we'll actually start cooking our peas and potatoes. Alright, fast forward. I've got tomatoes in already. I've got some turmeric powder in. I'm actually starting to put all my spices in now. My coriander, and last my chili. I actually don't like people giving a specific weight or specific measurement of anything of the spices actually, because no one actually knows what exactly amount of spices are going in. We actually have to improvise that every other time, because
Usual feeling.
yeah, because the size of tomatoes, the size of onions is not always same. So we actually have to keep improvising that, like exactly the way I actually added some water while talking to you guys. Alright, so this looks good for me. After this, we'll actually add, where's my peas? I should have peas here. I'll add my peas here. That seems a lot to me. I'll actually see how much I'll use. That seems about right. The peas are actually soaked overnight. I actually soaked them last night. Adding some more water. At the end we'll actually add more water, but then for cooking right now, it actually, if it is very thick, it will actually be difficult for the stuffs in it to get cooked. Let's actually add some more peas. Alright, that should be enough. That now should be enough. Alright, after that I'll actually crush the potatoes here, the boiled potatoes, into the pot. So this will actually add a flavor, and also when we add water in it, the potatoes will actually help it thicken our curry. That's not exactly a curry, right? Is it? But still. Alright. Now we'll actually add some salt, and we'll add water in it and let it cook in a slow heat for a while, and we'll actually start onto our dough now. The dough is actually ready. Curry, our vegetable curry is cooking. It's in a slow heat, and then after this I'll actually start with my dough. We'll actually be shallow frying that, so I'll actually use this portable gas instead of this induction gas, because I actually need constant same amount of heat all the time for the oil to be at the same temperature. So I'll actually be starting this. We'll actually pour oil in this, not water, sorry, and then when the oil is hot, we'll actually flatten our dough and then start cooking our puris. Alright, stay with us. Alright, our dough is ready. We'll actually make small portions, and our oil is actually being warm there. We'll actually make small portions of these, and the goal is to make these portions, make them, flat them, and roll them out like this. While the oil actually gets heated up, I'll actually make a few more of these so that I can actually keep cooking them together. So at this point we're actually cooking the portions of the dough, what we call puri. All we want is that to open up in the oil after we dip it in the shallow frying oil. This one actually has turned out to be the best one. This is what we exactly want. If you still are watching, thank you so much for that. I hope you're enjoying. And as I've already said, this actually is a video close to my heart, because a dish is a close to my heart, because my mom actually used to cook this for me, and I used to eat a lot of them. I hope you enjoy that. I'm finishing my veg curry with coriander, which actually looks good for a contrast as well. These are brown, and this actually is a brown, so that's why I actually wanted to make it green. So this is how our puri have actually turned up. So for a good puris, they actually need to open up like this. I've also got some not very nice ones like this. This actually didn't open up very good, so I'm actually kind of hiding that. And that's our curry. Let's mix it up, and now I'll plate it and show you how we will be eating it.
So हाम्रो सेफ उमेश गिरी सरले चाहिँ खाना पकाइसक्नु भएको छ। यता मलिकको सेफ हुनुहुन्छ, हेड सेफ, एक्जिक्युटिभ सेफ। सेफ कस्तो ट्राई गर्नुभयो त? छैन, गर्नु पर्यो।
Alright, we're actually tasting this now. Alright guys, they've already started tasting it. How does it taste? I just want honest opinion, feedbacks for this. I'll also try.
Very good. 7 out of 10. Top in India.
Lamb is the best in the world.
No, yeah.
I didn't expect it यति मिठो.
आफ्नै मान्छेको भरोसा छैन। अब म के भन्दै अब?
It's not like हैन यतिको मिठो, धेरै मिठो बनाऊ। अलिकति स्पाइसेस बढी छ दीपकले भने जस्तो हैन? अलिकति ल्वाङको स्मेल धेरै आछ.
One minute, close.
Overall,
nice.
7 out of 10. Your side, right?
Alright then, it was time for tasting. After tasting, I actually got a few feedbacks from my friends out there. You can see them giving me feedbacks. They were actually saying there were some extra spices, over spices in the curry, which I actually take into consideration and hope that won't happen again in my next videos. Alright, and thank you so much everybody who watched us. Thanks a lot, it means a lot to me, and please keep supporting us. Please hit subscribe button, please like, please share with your friends, and if you have any feedbacks for me, please comment down and let me know personally. I'm always open to feedbacks. And one thing I've actually thought is there's some kind of problem with the mic. I'll actually be working on that as well, and thank you so much. Thanks a lot. See you in the next video.